guys? Welcome to another episode of Flawless TV. This is your host, DHayes, and on this channel, and today we have so much to talk about. If you have a topic you want me to cover, comment down below, or submit your request to my email, which is in the bio. For instance, say if you want to see the whole live stream, this podcast will be on all platforms. I repeat, this podcast will be on all platforms. So if you don't want to watch the full video and all of that, you can listen to the audio on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and etc. You can also, if you want the full, raw, unedited version, go to Twitch and also go to Rumble, where the full, unedited, live, raw versions where I'm making mistakes and everything else, and then you can see what's going on in the background. Yeah, this podcast is also sponsored by Anchor FM. Now, let me give a warning here. If the audio is kind of weird and janky, it is because I don't have my mic today. I'm just freestyling. You see what I'm saying? So, besides that, let's get to the main topic at hand right after this. Go check out DHayes Productions merch store. If you drink coffee or tea, go here to get you a mug alongside a coaster with my logo on it. We also offer t-shirts for both men, women, and children sizes. We also have hoodies and sweaters. Now, if you're wondering, where do I go to get some of this merch? Well, if you're watching this video right now, go on DHayes Productions, go down to the link in the description below. You'll click on the link, which will direct you to the store. And you'll see all the options on the website. Go purchase you some merch and support the movement. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Hey guys, let's get to topic number one. DARVIN Ham is fired. He's terrible. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think right because of this. But now Rob Pelinka let him go. Let's talk about it. No accountability. What DARVIN Ham said with his exit from the Lakers organization was no accountability at all. There was plays, there was things that he done throughout those whole 2 years. And I know people are going to say he was a brand new rookie coach. But that is not an excuse. That is not an excuse to have D'Angelo Russell guarding Nikola Jokic. There's no excuse for AD to be playing drop like he's Brook Lopez. There's no excuse and to call in Taurean Prince Chris Middleton. There's no excuse to not scheme LeBron James and Anthony Davis in the pick and roll. There's no excuse to not run D'Lo and AD in a pick and roll with LeBron cutting to the basket. D'Lo can hit the three off the pick. AD can pick a roll, get it to the basket. But if you have that play going back and forth, on and on, the defenses, they will recognize it, and coaches will come up with some schemes to combat that, the D'Lo AD pick and roll. But then you got LeBron cutting to the paint. So now there's a third person that nobody on the court can stop. Then you have sharpshooters that can create their own shots, as in Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. That Lakers team, to me, was the deepest team in the NBA besides the Clippers. It is. With the talent they have. It's not that the players gave up. It's that the coach is stupid. AD, we had Christian Wood. Why wouldn't we play two big men? We got Christian Wood and AD guarding Jokic. You have freaking Taurean Prince guarding Jamal Murray, or you have Gabe Vincent. Why didn't Vando get any minutes? He was cleared. This is an elimination game. There's no time to be playing it safe. You should have put out Vando. That would have stopped Jamal Murray. That would have stopped the Jokic schemes. That would have stopped a lot of things. There's a lot of what ifs. There should be no what ifs. As a coach, this is what you are supposed to be doing. For example, LeBron, when the ball clearly didn't touch LeBron, this also happened a lot of times throughout the season, right? LeBron clearly didn't touch the ball. DARVIN over there with his hands in his pocket, looking to the sky, looking lost, which is another red flag that he should have been fired. That he's rightfully fired. Because there's no reason that your star player, he didn't touch the ball. The whole bench is looking. You're looking back at your bench. Run the thing. That could have helped gain a lead. But then they scored because this coach is so stupid and incompetent. He should have started as a head coach for a G League team, then worked his way up. But the problem is, LA automatically they hesitated, signed DARVIN Ham for no reason, and put him in this large market with the spotlight on him. He should have started off at a small market team. Like, he could have went to Detroit. He could have went to the Wizards. You know, a lot of that stuff gets swept under the rug. He could have went to the G League. There's a lot of could-haves he should have went. He should have never started with the Lakers. But he used to be a player, so that's why they're giving him an excuse. And I feel the same way if the Lakers end up signing JJ Redick. JJ Redick has a higher IQ. He doesn't have a higher IQ than Steve Nash, but will he be a great coach on a big-time franchise? He's coaching middle school elementary kids right now. They're asking him to jump to the pros. No, there are steps when it comes to coaching. And to have JJ Redick take a big leap and coach millionaires, well-off people who have their own egos, people who have schedules and appointments, grown men, on a huge market, on a big stage, that doesn't make any sense. I hope Rob Pelinka does not go with JJ Redick or Rajon Rondo. You know, he needs to go with someone that that would do good with the Lakers. For example, Sam Cassell. Is he a good idea to be a Lakers coach? I don't think so. This seems like it's going to take a while to start talking. David Edelman. I think that's a good start, but that's another DARVIN Ham-esque type of situation to me. He needs to start looking at coaches in the past, like we might as well get Frank Vogel back. Frank Vogel was fired because of that roster he was given. He had 3 point guards. He had Russell Westbrook, because he was Westbrook when he was on the Lakers. He wasn't Westbrook. He had Carmelo. He had a lot of people. He froze out Melo. Actually, he was fired for freezing out Melo too. But some of his decisions didn't make any sense. But he shouldn't have been fired. Frank Vogel, with the current team DARVIN Ham has, would be eating. He'll be eating good. I think they need to sign Frank Vogel again. I don't see the problem in that. You got D'Lo. He's not going to run 3 guard lineups because that's all he had with the Lakers roster. He couldn't just run Dwight and DeAndre Jordan. And the reason why Thomas Bryant left was because DARVIN Ham also didn't give him enough minutes. And let's get up to to the starting lineup for next year too, for the rotations. Who we should add. Do we need to add Trae Young or Donovan Mitchell? It'll be good, but no. We have the pieces. Just sign Andre Drummond, sign Klay Thompson, and get another wing defender. Let's look at the options on who we should cut from the lineup. Does Jackson Hayes need to be cut? I don't think so. Does Christie need to be cut? I believe so. Let me explain why. Lakers aren't treating Christie well. Max Christie well. No matter what coach comes to the team, Max Christie isn't going to be in the rotation constantly. So let's talk about that. Max Christie, he's a great player, but he needs to start off on a small market team in order to grow. What I mean small market, we can send him to the Wizards, or he can go straight to the Spurs. We can trade for a wing defender with the Spurs, which would make sense, right? So someone like Max Christie would fare well with the Lakers team. Adding Andre Drummond would definitely help out. He's a great rebounder. He would help out during the situations with AD. The reason why Andre Drummond didn't play well, because we had 5 freaking centers and 5 point guards. LeBron and AD was injured the whole season. So that's why the 2021 season didn't work out as well. We had Marc Gasol, Montrezl Harrell, and Andre Drummond all in one lineup. So this all I know. We don't need to cut out Vando. We don't need to cut Gabe Vincent. We don't need to cut Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura. This is the Lakers team for when LeBron retires. This will be the new franchise, so they don't have to start over like they did when Kobe was there. When the Lakers was at the bottom of the league for years until 2019. When they was at the bottom of the league when Kobe retired and when Kobe was there. They need somebody to build off of. Austin Reeves is a ticket grabber in LA land. Jackson Hayes is a ticket grabber in LA. Vando is a ticket grabber in LA. You know, put Klay Thompson in LA, we'll do fine. This team will do fine. When LeBron retires, they'll be perfectly fine. AD can retire as a Laker, and this will be fine. So, adding Andre Drummond, adding people like that, and when LeBron retires, go ahead, get Donovan Mitchell or Trae Young, and keep them on your franchise as long as possible. That's great. That's fine. You still have D'Angelo Russell, too. So, he can stay, and he's a grab. That's all I have to say with this topic. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Rachel.
And together we have one goal: to help you win. My wife and I are both certified fitness coaches with a unique program designed with your success in mind.
Here at Stay Consistent Fitness, our unique program and state-of-the-art facility have both been crafted to offer you a personal, effective, and motivating experience.
We not only believe in our program, but we also believe in you.
We will work alongside you to help teach you the keys to losing weight and keeping it off for good.
Your journey to a healthier you begins with consistency, and we're here to help you learn how.
So schedule your fitness assessment today by clicking the link below.
Welcome back, and let's get on to topic number 2 of the day. CinemaCon was insane. I know this seems late, but I gotta speak on it. The MCU showed out. Last year, they didn't do anything. We were unimpressed. The D23 thing, okay, they revealed a little bit of things, but not that much. But this year, they're letting it all out. This is perfect. I agree, 2 movies a year. You can get 2 or 3 shows in between that. I think that'll be fine. You know, 2 or 3 shows a year with 2 movies, right? That will be fine. If you guys saw the finale for the X-Men 97, that was great. A lot of the butthurt heads that just want to complain about anything Disney does, they've been doing. These are the same people that complained when Disney bought Marvel back in 2008. When that first Iron Man released, it was like, Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man. I hate this. He sucks. He's going to be a terrible casting. Now, when Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, when they're gone, they're complaining MCU sucks now. It's because they're gone. Those are the faces of the MCU. When you think about the Avengers, you think of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, Captain America. They are gone. So what the MCU is riding on now is Doctor Strange, Hulk, Spider-Man, and Thor. Those are the 4 people. And in the comics, Hulk and Spider-Man are favorites. They're pretty much favorites. Iron Man was nobody's favorite before 2007, 2008. He was nobody's favorite. There were shows out there. Did they do some numbers, but they weren't that successful. Now, if you're a fluent watcher of those shows, then yes, those shows are successful to you. But to the whole public, a lot of people have not seen Invincible Iron Man. A lot of people have not seen those cartoons that came out. They didn't care. Captain America was a household name, so that's fine. But Spider-Man is the most famous Marvel comic character of all time. Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man brought that character, Iron Man's B level, because he was a B level tier person in the comics. So he brought that off he brought that character into an A tier now. That's everybody's favorite now. So what the MCU is doing is trying to find the heart. That's why this Deadpool 3 is going to go crazy. Because Spider-Man, Wolverine, the biggest Marvel characters of all time. Spider-Man and Wolverine are the biggest Marvel characters of all time. Then you got Hulk. Right? So, Marvel's been back. You guys haven't been watching. You're too busy complaining. So let's get up to the updates. As I said, Maestro was confirmed. That is the route they are going when it comes to the Hulk. Spider-Man, he is rumored to appear in Daredevil. Do I think it's going to happen? 100%. Doing this, I'm not going to give all spoilers for the Deadpool 3. Legally, I'm not allowed to do that, but I was on set once. I was on one of the sets. And there are characters on there. There's some characters that will show up in Deadpool 3 that's going to shock everybody. And only know half of the characters that showed up. I don't even know the full scale or the context. I just saw these people on set. And one person did show up. He's a very his appearance is based off of nostalgia. And this same person did show up in the previous MCU Phase 4 movie. He's solely based off of nostalgia. And everybody calls him an OG. But that's all I'm going to give on that. Will we get a Wolverine and Hulk fight? I'm thinking since that Deadpool 3 trailer, and they went back to Age of Ultron, and I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say too much about that other thing, but because sometimes I gotta watch my tongue. Sometimes I know I'm a fan, I'm a fan of this stuff, but then when I'm in industry and when I see these things, it's hard to not just blur things out. So the thing is, when it comes to that in the Age of Ultron scene and they're in the snow, I believe Wolverine will fight Hulk. Now, I never read the script or anything like that. I've only been on set. So, will that happen? I think it will. It should. And let's talk about the Fantastic Four. There's a lot of complaints. Silver Surfer's a woman. Oh my gosh. No, read the comics. Silver Surfer is a woman. But this is a different universe. They're traveling over to the current one we are in, the 616. It starts off with Galactus, Silver Surfer, they going crazy over there, and then it goes right into the 616, the main timeline. That is what's going to happen. And when it comes to these teams, right? So let's pull up the teams. Already discussed the Young Avengers. And the New Avengers. These are the confirmed people for the New Avengers team. So far, we got Falcon as Captain America. We have Rhodey still on the team. Hulk is still part of the team. Hawkeye is confirmed on the team. Shang-Chi is part of the team. Doctor Strange is an Avenger. Vision is still an Avenger. Ant-Man is still an Avenger. Wong is. Valkyrie is said to be part of it, but I don't think she's going to be fighting or she's going to be a main part of the team. Captain Marvel is 100%. Wasp, and apparently the person, when Chris Hemsworth retires, the person to replace him is Sentry, which will be on the New Avengers team. The New Defenders, which is confirmed, will be Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Mike Coulter, which was caught on set on the new Daredevil season, Iron Fist, Danny Rand, Jessica Jones, and Echo. Those are the people that are part of the New Defenders. Is Ghost Rider coming anytime soon? Who? I'm just going to give a hint. Sometime next year, we're going to see Ghost Rider updates. Now, the biggest question is, who's going to play Johnny Storm? We already know the Fantastic Four cast, but apparently there should be some connection to the Fantastic Four in the 616. I think Johnny has a kid or something like that. In the comics, I'm just trying to think about that, but yeah, that's most of the information I have on MCU updates. It's going to get crazy this year when it comes to the MCU. Is the MCU quote-unquote back? It's back, but it been back. You know, I like the Marvels. It was a good movie to me. It wasn't great. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't trash, mid. It was just good. You know? Without all the controversy, if this came out in 2011, everybody would be like, oh, the movie's dope. It's good. Moon Knight was good to me. Black Panther 2 was mid. Didn't like it. I thought Namor was easily defeated for no reason, but everything else, Eternals was top tier cinema to me. Y'all don't understand the visual effects. Y'all don't understand the cinematography. Yes, the story was mid, but the cinematography, man, dang, it's top. It's like top 3 tier in MCU. Top 3 tier. There's nothing that's beating that right now. So that's all I have for the MCU updates. What say you? Let me know in the comment. And we'll be back right after this.
And she kinda red, she a red bone. I'm a light skin, she really got her head on. Get his head blown, nigga, we access.
What's it for? No one loves me anymore, not anymore. I'm insane, I thought you'd know. Lose my mind every time I go. I'm seeing red now. Everyone's dead now. That is what I see. Who's gonna stop me? Nothing can stop me.
We know the death of Slim Shady. If you guys want to know more about me, go to my other Eminem video where I explain about, you know, when people call me a fake insider or whatever. Let me clarify something. I am not, I repeat, I am not an Eminem insider. Don't come to me 24/7 about Eminem news, because I'm not an Eminem insider. Eminem has his network of people. He has his own personal media. I'm media, but I'm outside the media. So I will have some reporters or whatever go over and ask questions, and whatever is brought to them is brought to me. I confirm a few things, post it on the timeline, carry on throughout my day. If I hear, oh yeah, Shady Demolition is actually the album, but it's actually the death of Slim Shady, okay, that's been, listen, I don't know how dumb people are. I'm not calling all Eminem fans dumb, but the ones on Twitter, some of them that be reaching so far and going on Reddit and all of that, they're dumb. Eminem been teasing the album the whole time. I've said this on numerous occasions. He's teasing the death of Slim Shady. Shady Demolition is the death of Slim Shady. What does demolition mean? To destroy. To get rid of something. It's the death. It's the decay. If y'all saw that Halloween promo, go back to the promo. Eminem has been promoting the death of Slim Shady since 2021. Actually, that's a lie. Since December of 2020. Go back and listen to Discombobulated. Go listen to Jimmy, Brian, and Mike. That's what most of the album's going to sound like. And let me tell you something. Based off of what I know, and this is just a guess, Eminem's going to use that Dennis guy, that guy that be making the Eminem diss tracks towards MGK, Nick Cannon, and all, and etc. He's going to use Dennis and that Spencer guy, and he's going to put AI over their vocals, like a young Slim Shady AI, just tweak a little bit, and that's what the engineer's going to do. I believe he's going to do that with their vocals. And make a whole concept of current Eminem versus Slim Shady. That's what Eminem's going to do. And sometimes Eminem's going to pitch in and use his own vocals for them too. But they're perfect. Spencer, that Spencer guy and that Dennis guy. And then you put a little bit of Slim Shady AI on there. Like, I'm going to say 2002 and below, right? That AI over that, then that's going to make a perfect track. I've been saying this for a while. Pay attention to the merch. The merch aren't like all the merch aren't random drops. You know, the hook from D to the LBC clearly shows y'all what type of album he's going to be dropping. Killer. The hook for Killer is showing you the type of album he's dropping. Is This Love is another example. Tone Deaf is another example. Rewatch the Super Bowl ad. That's another example. Eminem versus Slim Shady. If he does a music video like that, and instead is Dennis, that Dennis guy, and he grabs a stand or something that kind of looks like Eminem, because there's a stand that looks just like Eminem, a young Eminem. He might grab him for a music video, and they just do a whole thing, and Dennis and Spencer, and with the AI, a little bit of AI tweaking. On the engineering side, the AI tweaking will help with that. Yeah, and there was somebody on Reddit saying Eminem scrapped the album in 2022. That's a darn lie. If he's scrapping the album, he's scrapping that Super Bowl commercial. He's scrapping from the D to the LBC, because apparently if that was going to be, if Eminem was dropping an album doing the merch, doing 2022, he scrapped the album doing 2022 that's supposed to release January 2023. Was supposed to be Slim Shady LP2. You know how stupid that sounds, and when I call people out on it, they're like, where are your sources at? I believe him because he said he's a leaker. He knows an insider that leaks music, that leaks that guy's music. Everybody, including Royce, Dr. Dre, King Crooked, Easy Mill, would tell you Eminem's not stupid and he keeps his circle tight. Like I said, he has his own media. He does not have leakers that often. He never had leakers that often. The person who leaked freaking... The one thing was somebody in the studio, and that was back in the day. Nothing been leaked since. So, and if there's leaking, Eminem's leaking it himself. Just trolling. So, the thing is, with the updates on the album, let's go back to the 2022-2023 thing. There was no album. There was no Slim Shady LP 2 dropping in the works that's supposed to drop in 2023. No, that was the Super Bowl layout. Mary J. Blige was dropping. Snoop Dogg dropped 3 albums that year because he went on back on death row. If you listen to BODR, that's how that layout is. And Mount Westmore. When was the time for Eminem to drop an album? He was still doing the curtain call rollouts, which rollouts take a while, and uploading on streaming services because you can't. Streaming services make it hard for you to duplicate songs under one artist's name, so it'll take up 2 months just to do that. So for instance, if I make a song called Eminem Drops Soon, and then I put it on Apple and Spotify, okay, the song's out. And then I do another song called Eminem Drops Soon. It's the same song I uploaded. It's a duplicate. So it's going to take a while, and sometimes they would deny it. So you have to go through loopholes. So Eminem had to go through a loophole, and Paul couldn't do it themselves. So they left it up to the label, Interscope, which would do it for them. Because they can override the distribution and contact Apple, contact Spotify, and get that distributed, get that out there. So that's what was going on during Curtain Call 2. Now, there was no way in the world, and he had a whole promo run all of 2023 promoting the album. So there was no way in the world Slim Shady LP 2 was in the works. He scrapped that album and then was like, oh, well, now I'm about to make the death of Slim Shady. So he automatically started working on an album in late 2023. That doesn't make any sense, because we wouldn't have gotten the Jimmy Bryan Mike freaking thing. We wouldn't have gotten that Easy Mill verse. We wouldn't have gotten that Detroit from the LBC if he wasn't an album. If he scrapped the album, he would have scrapped those tracks too. Eminem always done that. So why would he scrap a whole album that's literally made and nothing gets leaked? Because Eminem even said we transfer, even though like I said earlier, it's hard to get Eminem. It's hard for them, like somebody to leak the track. But Eminem was crying and complaining on Paul's podcast in 2022 on using We Transferred. So if he had a full album out and he was crying on Paul's pod talking about he hates We Transfer, how people freaking hack it, then where the heck is the album at? He was still using it during that time. When that Jordan Lucas thing leaked, right? That leaked in 2021. That's where they claim the album was made, and it was fully done in 2022, supposed to drop the first of the year of 2023, around February, and guess what happened? He scrapped it for some reason. No, that whole album would have been leaked like they did the freaking Jordan Lucas if he's still uploading on We Transfer, if he's still trying to get features back and forth. No. Eminem's not using no We Transfer no more. He's going the old school way. He's using the CDs and he's using hard drives and flash drives that only he and Paul can access. So if you get a feature for him, you have to be in the studio with him, which takes time, which is the scheduling process. And now let's get into the current album. So the SSLP2 that was apparently in the works never happened. It was fake. So let's get into the current album now, The Death of Slim Shady. What happened behind the scenes? Let me explain. He's been working on this since 2021. This been a concept to Eminem since Kamikaze, which is a fact. This been a concept to Eminem for a while. Now we have AI. He's a fan of the Dennis guy and the Spencer guy that make the freaking Eminem, bait diss tracks for Nick Cannon and MGK and doing something. He's a fan of that. He's not a huge fan of AI, but he's been taking down people AI work of him because he's using AI himself to battle Slim Shady. So let's get into it. The album's first song on the album, Death of Slim Shady, was made in 2020. It was. Between Music to Be Murdered By Side A and Side B, he was currently in the works of this album. And he made already one track. So that was the concept of the album. He had it laid out. So in 2021, he was doing features and all of that. So with those features and with everything, the promo runs and going out of town and the COVID stuff, it took a step back on the album. So the album process was harder, and apparently Eminem had COVID and he was dealing with some sick issues, which he will explain in the interview after his album drops. He's going to explain the same thing that I'm saying. He was sick sometimes. There's some verses you can tell he was sick, and also the mixing sucked. There's nothing the engineers could do. Because at first I was blaming the engineers for the last one standing verse, because that mixing was the worst I ever heard in my life. Like when it comes to Eminem mixing, not of all time, but when it comes to plain Eminem mixing, because he usually has the greatest engineers of all time. When it comes to mixing in the rap game, nobody has better engineers. Sonically, his verses was not sounding good because you can hear spit noise. Apparently, Eminem was sick during that time. Skylar Grey even spoke about the last one standing. It took a while. Eminem was also sick during that verse. He was also sick doing the Parables remix and the Realest song. Doing the Realest and Doomsday Part 2. The Realest and Doomsday Part 2 was recorded in the same day, which is a fact, because it lines up with the events. Easy Mill said Eminem was already recording a track in one of his interviews after the Realest dropped. Eminem was already recording a song. So when Easy Mill came in, he was like, hey, I'll drop a verse on there too. That's what happened. Now, Lace It is actually the most recent Eminem verse. When he's not sick and the mixing is good, you can tell how he's going to sound on that album. That's what current Eminem sounds like right now. And when you listen to the album, it's going to be crazy because he got crazy producers. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it real soon. So I'm just discussing the process of what's been going on with the death of Slim Shady. Eminem has been dealing with sickness. He did catch COVID, and there was a little fake Epstein list that popped out. Actually, if you go back to 2020, that was actually a list of people who caught, like celebrities who caught COVID. So, yeah. So, let's get back to the story. Eminem's death of Slim Shady was taking a while because the COVID and everything. So now when COVID was over, he had more freedom. But then he had the Super Bowl, the promos to run out. So while he's recording music, he would drop promos, he would drop merch to get the fans interested and thrown off by something else. He did not want to spoil the album. He wanted the album to be a surprise because this time he's doing a full rollout. What he's doing now is a full rollout. This would not be a surprise drop. He's doing a full rollout this time. Last time he did a rollout was Revival. It was hated on because he had some pop singers on there. But it was hated on. Even before the drop, it was very hated on. When he said the album was Revival, without even revealing the track list, it was hated on. This is the first album since the Marshall Mathers LP 2 back in 2013 that everyone's excited about the album. This is the first album. Everyone's excited. Of course, you have some butthurt people in comment section that say, I'm not excited because Eminem sucks. He should have stayed on drugs. No. Everyone's excited about this album. Because Eminem's been working hard on it. This album, it took different recording sessions. It took different producers to mix. He was trying to find different sounds and different lanes to pop in. When Eminem raps, y'all know, y'all be stopping the track just to breathe for him. He was dealing with sickness, so imagine trying to do an album with all these runs, with all these promo runs. His daughter's getting married. A lot of weird stuff is going on. COVID's happening, so that's limiting the creative process he could do. So he would record it in his home, and you can easily hear some background songs on, some background noises on that freaking Last One Standing. That sounds like he was recording in his home studio. But M had the mixing, the mixing and the creative process was frustrating on their end. Everybody can tell, even if you're not in media or anything, you're just a fan. Even if you're not a fan of Eminem at all, you can tell by the recent verses he's been dropping, besides Lace It, that the process was hard back there and the mixing was everything going on in the background. A lot of things been, how do I explain this? You can tell that it was a rough process, right? Anybody can tell that it was a rough process because that's not the Eminem we know. Eminem usually, like, doing his album, his recent albums, he don't say nothing and just drop. This time, he's very confident. You know, on Music to Be Murdered By, he was confident, but he still was like, they hated my album. He was still a little angry. And then Side B, with that weird flow he went to, I didn't like some of the flows, like the people like the laid back, but that's not me. But, you know, I didn't like the flows, but I like the song. I like the lyrics. I could jam every song on that album. I couldn't jam Afro's thing because you can't jam like Black Thought and top tier lyricist type song you got to break down. So those are songs you don't play in the car. Those are songs you listen to, you break down and things like that. So, yeah. Then after that, during this album process, Eminem has to try to find people to shoot his music video, which isn't hard. He gets hundreds of requests every day. I mean, not every day, like every month. Can I shoot your video for you? So I'm gonna get into more meat and potatoes on the album. Is Eminem featuring any artist from Detroit? Let's get that answer. Will he be featuring Royce? 100%. What Eminem album comes out nowadays without Royce? That's an obvious answer. Ice Wear Vezo. That name I've been hearing buzzing around in Detroit for a while. I've been to Detroit multiple times this year. I heard Ice Wear Vezo and Eminem's name in multiple, conversations. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, if they have a song, but I wouldn't doubt it. And I'm thinking with the death of Slim Shady, and if you listen to Ice Wear Vezo and the stuff he's talking about, I believe 100% he's on that album. Is T Grizzly on the album? I believe 100% T Grizzly is on the album. Eminem's about to shut up all the Detroit noise, because if you live in the Midwest and you know what's going on, some people, because Eminem's dealing with some stuff in his own town. He's not worried about freaking Benzino. But if you've been hearing, some Detroit rappers are actually terrified of Eminem and also angry that Eminem does not support the city that much. Like publicly, he does not collab with any of the artists or give them beats or help them out or any of that. So when it comes to T Grizzly, he does his song while Ice Wear Vezo and T Grizzly have them both on one track. Hey, it's over. Nobody can say nothing about Eminem not being the king of Detroit. Nobody from Detroit will have those doubts anymore. That is more than enough. With Eminem have Skilla Baby on the album, he might as well put Skilla Baby. Side Eye Baby? Nah, man. Nah. That was enough. I heard enough on that Detroit freestyle. Like the Detroit Cypher song, the Friday Night Cypher. I heard enough. And I also did an edit where it was just where we were a song between Eminem. I just put Eminem and Side Eye Baby verse back to back. Oh, they don't sound good on the song together. Who else should be on that album? Big Sean. Come on, he has to be on there. And with that R&B singer, everybody knows who that R&B singer on Eminem's album is. It has to be Jenny Aiko. I don't even know how to pronounce her name right, but it has to be her. Eminem, Gene Aiko, and Big Sean all on one song. Come on now. That's obvious. That has to be obvious. Gene is currently in Detroit. Sean is in Detroit. Emma's in Detroit. Why would he go all the way somewhere else to get Rihanna? Why would he go all the way somewhere else to get SZA? Why would he go and get Summer Walker? If he could go down the street, the Big Sean house, yo, get your wife in my house now, bro. Hey, shut up. She in here. She about to head in the studio right now. Lay down the hook for me. Get out. Hey, Sean. Hey, come on. Come here. You. Yeah. Lay down a verse. We done. Set out. That's how it is. And the way I described it, people were like, hey, Em would never do that. Hey, based off the interviews, based off of things I've seen and things I heard, people say how Eminem isn't in the studio. He's a nice person, but when it comes to his working in the studio, he's a whole different animal. That dude don't play. He probably would just go up to Big Sean, slap him, hey, bring your wife in here. Hurry up. Hey, you, get out of here while we record. Got a 30-minute session real quick. But I'm not saying Eminem would do that, but yeah, just the R&B stuff. But yeah, Jeannie Aiko 100% has to be on the album. It only makes sense. If Eminem goes all the way to Rihanna, that doesn't make any sense. He could have a song with Rihanna. That's fine if he add Rihanna to the album. But Jeannie Aiko makes the perfect sense. She's married to Big Sean. Eminem has a story to tell, and this makes sense. Why wouldn't they have a song? It's Easy Meal on the album. Everybody knows the answer to that. It's White Gold on the album. 100%. Is he on one song? I don't think so. I call cap because he does help put backing. Because I listen to a lot of White Gold music recently. I'm not talking about the one from Memphis that I'm a fan of too. I'm talking about the one that be with Eminem. He's a Laker fan too. But the thing with him is, there's songs I hear, like I was listening to Book of Rhymes and Higher, and I heard White Gold's voice in the background. Eminem's smart if he's doing another hook or sports type anthem on the album, and he has White Gold on there. White Gold is a perfect artist. Like, you know, somebody like The Weeknd, they don't even need to lay a verse, but you can hear backing vocals. Chris Brown could give you backing vocals. If you hear Drake's song back in 2020, Not You Too, and you hear Chris Brown's backing vocals, it blends in. White Gold is that type of artist to put that on a track. So will he have a full verse and a hook? Probably yes, so on one song, right? But it won't be just Eminem and White Gold alone. No, it'll be Eminem and probably White Gold and Royce again, or White Gold and somebody else. But yeah, Kendrick, Eminem, because I'm reading my script because I'm about to get on this Kendrick thing next. Forgive me. But so Eminem and White Gold have a type of musical relationship when it comes to getting on the track. If you know what I'm saying, they blend. The chemistry is there, right? So I believe he's on multiple songs. He helps with hooks. I don't believe he's only on one song. That's just to throw y'all off. But yeah, will he be credited as a featured artist if he's on those tracks? No, but if you go on Apple and all that, you will see written by and backing vocals by White Gold, so he will help with that process. I believe that. Is Anderson .Paak on the album? Come on now. He has to get Anderson .Paak on there. Is Kendrick on the album? Go watch the Super... Wait a minute. Yeah. Go watch the Super Bowl. Kendrick has to be on the album. It makes sense. Kendrick and Eminem already had something leaked in 2022 after the Super Bowl. It was called something Basics in Green, or it was something leaked from Dr. Dre's little camp thing. That was out on the internet for a while. It was an Eminem and Kendrick and Dre track, and I'm thinking that's gonna be for the Death of Slim Shady or Dre and Snoop's album. But will Dre and Snoop Dogg be on M's album? I don't think Snoop will, but I think 50 Cent will. Will Eminem and J. Cole have a song? J. Cole, if I could post a message, because I don't like sharing DMs, because people will call cat, but I've spoken with Cole, and he was recently in Detroit. Not recently, but I'm talking back in 2023. Like November, December. And it ended up he was with T Grizzly or whatever, but I don't think he's only going to be there for T Grizzly. And based off of the images I have of that Eminem music video shoot, it looks like it could be a J. Cole type of track. But I think Eminem is very creative, that he'll give the fans what they want. Y'all want a Kendrick and Cole track, right? I think Eminem called Kendrick and Cole behind the scenes because y'all remember there was a label little thing between Drake's camp and Kendrick's. No, it was between Eminem and J. Cole's. There's no actual real beef. It was just rapping. They can just do that. I think M made the call, schedule a meeting between these two. It was like, hey, why don't y'all compete on the track? But y'all on the track with me. This makes sense. You have 3 different beat switches. You have Dre on there. Eminem could be on a Detroit type, little Eminem type beat. J. Cole would start off the song. Kendrick would be on the song. He'll be in the middle. Eminem would be last. And we will see who has the bars. That makes sense. And people be like, hey, if Eminem was black, he wouldn't be that good. Well, what do you call Kendrick? I listened to Kendrick last album and it sounds like the freaking Marshall Mathers LP. I don't see a difference between the albums. He does a little fast rap like M. He raises his voice and yell like M does. But his hooks reminds me of Andre 3000. So that's where he gets that from. And then he does the little storytelling stuff like Hove. But other than that, I can see a J. Cole, Eminem, and Kendrick track. If M does have, I think 100%. 100% M has Kendrick on the album. Now with Cole, I'm going to give it 60. I have not heard anything else. When I do, I will post it on the timeline and I'm going to keep it on there. Y'all keep saying I'm deleting tweets, but I'm literally uploading it on video. So, yeah, now let's get to the track list. Oh yeah, will Lil Wayne be on the album? Both Wayne, I've spoken to Wayne. Everybody knows this. I've spoken to Wayne. And I was like, would you ever do another track with M? And if y'all follow my IG or my Snap, y'all can see the video. He like, oh, you'll have to see. So I just ran with that. I think 100% they have a song together. I heard rumors that if Eminem isn't on the Carter 6 or if Lil Wayne isn't on The Death of Slim Shady, they might have a collab album. Or Eminem might be on Wayne's mixtape that's dropping right after M's album. But it doesn't matter. We are 100% getting Eminem and Wayne music. Come on now. Come on now. There's no way y'all believe M is that stupid not to get on track with Wayne. They've been shouting each other out. Wayne already said in the interview, hey, y'all, I want to do a collab album with you. Eminem was like, bet, we're going to have to see. Watch that Wayne and Eminem interview. They already set up the tracks. If Wayne could set up a Kid Cudi and Eminem track, which I never wanted, but we ended up getting it anyways, then he tried setting up a track with him and M, and they was speaking FaceTime, looking at each other and all that, and he has M's number. Eminem would pick up for Wayne because Wayne isn't a snake. They came in the game at the same time. Y'all must be stupid to think they don't have a song together. Y'all must be stupid to think they don't have more than 2 songs together. Y'all must be stupid to think Eminem doesn't have a freestyle. Because I guess he's that perfect that he doesn't need to go on freaking nothing to do a freestyle anymore. If Wayne's doing it, why can't him? You know? Does Eminem Jay-Z have a song? Ooh. That, I've been hearing a lot. Do we need it to happen again? Yes. But he should also put Nas on that song. He should put Nas on there. He should put Andre 3000 on there. Everybody wanted to M and Andre 3000. I'll reach out to Tech 9 and see, because he's seen my message and he just liked it, but he has not give me a verbal confirmation. I believe Tech and M might have a song too. But this isn't just the stop for Eminem. I'm going to repeat what I said again. Eminem have 3 music videos dropping. He might even have more than that. He has confirmed features. So it's not just his album. He's on other people's projects. Is he on the Deadpool 3 release? I'm very skeptical he isn't. But since I'm hearing his album is close to that, I think he is. He's 100. It was stupid he doesn't get on that Deadpool 3 soundtrack. He's dumb if he doesn't do that. Or Marvel is stupid for not using his single to be on the Deadpool 3 soundtrack. Shady's team would miss a whole entire thing. They would miss an opening not being on Deadpool 3's soundtrack. It's Eminem on Venom 3. Even his fans know. I don't even need to say anything. Everybody knows he's on there. If he's not on there, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, he's on there. Now for a double album. I think a double album is possible. Nah. I don't think he's going to have a double album. I think he's going to be on multiple other features this year. And then if y'all want something like a Marshall Mathers LP3 or something like that, he'll probably release that next year, 2025 or 2026. But I don't think a double album's going to happen. If he has some extra tracks, he's probably going to drop those afterwards. But yeah, and speaking on that, I will be making an update on Twitter, on YouTube, of the upcoming Eminem single. I will make an update on that. It will be out. So that's all I have to say on this topic. What say you? Are y'all really excited for the death of Slim Shady? What do you guys want to see on this album? And we'll be right back after this.
In Indianapolis, a beacon of hope stands out among the struggles of violence and poverty. We Care Indy is a remarkable organization that seeks to empower young people by providing valuable guidance and employment opportunities. Their focus is media training with teenagers ages 14 through 19. Their plan is both innovative and ambitious, blending mentorship programs with the career development. The cornerstone of this plan is the creation of career centers, a hub of inspiration that provides training programs in a variety of fields, including media, construction, IT, and entrepreneurship. This year's focus will teach young people the skills of videography, photography, video editing, graphic design, lighting, audio, social media, marketing, website development, and business plan writing. Get ready to take flight with We Care Indy. Committed to holistic care, we value character development as much as career training. That's why we provide a comprehensive mentoring program that covers a variety of essential skills, including conflict resolution, SMART goal settings, financial literacy, character development, leadership training, job and college readiness, time management, group work skills, and mental health awareness. We strongly believe that these skills will not only help youth succeed in their professional endeavors, but also in their personal lives. We Care Indy is more than just a youth program. The program is designed to ensure our youth develop the necessary skills to become experts in the aspects of media, as well as continuously building their character. The youth will gain knowledge and have opportunities for real practice and implementation. Youth will be partnered with a mentor who will support their development throughout the program. While working with their mentor throughout the year, our youth will fulfill project requests from local partnerships within the community. These partnerships will provide the internship opportunities within local companies, churches, and other organizations. We kindly ask for your financial support and partnership with We Care Indy as we strive to positively impact the lives of our youth. To support We Care Indie, visit WeCareIndie.org. A gift of $10,000 will sponsor a youth for a year, which includes covering the youth salary, training, equipment, curriculum, and field trips. A gift of $5,000 will fuel a youth growth by sponsoring their training, resources, curriculum, and memorable field trips. A gift of $2,500 will sponsor media equipment and software for a year. Join We Care Indie as we take flight, inspiring our youth to believe anything is possible. Go to WeCareIndie.org.
Welcome back to the final topic of the day. As I predicted, this will happen. Kendrick Lamar decimates Drake. He murdered Drake. With like that, Drake was done. I told y'all Kendrick's going to respond back to back to back. J. Cole dropped out because he's J. Fold. But guess what? I'm in between because a lot of J. Cole fans said, oh, he's smart for dropping out. Kendrick would have went dirty with him. No, he would not. He would have just been spitting bars. Euphoria would have been enough to pack J. Cole up. J. Cole and Kendrick would have been would have been a better match than him and Drake. Drake doesn't know how to freaking not get personal and mention people's wives. He needs to shut his mouth. But we wouldn't have got, they not like us. They not like us. But we still got Euphoria. Euphoria was enough to pack up that 7-minute drill and push-ups. Euphoria was enough to pack up both of those dishes combined. If J. Cole stayed in the race, it would have been okay. Kendrick would not have went personal. He said it. He wouldn't have gotten personal. They just spitting bars, create a track together, call it a day. Drake does not know how to do that. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to keep it hip-hop. Like Kendrick said, the bars went over his head. The metaphors went over his head. So he had to mention some decent people. That's what Drake did. Now, is this Ebony Person 2024 cap? I think so. You have this evidence. Bring it to the police first. And then go on a little online rant. You did not bring it to the police. You did not bring it to the officials first. So that's why I'm saying I don't believe. You might pull that Drake has enough money to corrupt those police officers or wherever it happened at. Like, no. There's billionaires that walk down there to try to pay their way to law enforcement to get information, but that doesn't happen. There's people way richer than Drake that tried to do that. There's politicians with a lot of dirt that try to do that. And they don't fold. So, into some random person, no. And this Ebony is a gay guy. I think so. I think Academics was right on that end. But if you listen to Kendrick's diss, it seems like this Ebony person was Drake's lover. Why isn't nobody talking about that? This Ebony person seems like it was Drake's lover. What else is the excuse? There's nothing else to say, but yeah, that was Drake's lover. That has to be. And once he reveals that, people are going to be like, oh my God. But I'm here saying it. That Ebony person was Drake's lover, gay lover. And he said he going to release information with that because only he will have that information. Not a hotel person. Only that guy will have that information. Drake knows who it is. Kendrick knows who it is. And I don't think Kendrick is paying. I think these people are sending. Now, is the daughter angle stupid? Yes, but I believe that Kendrick was not mentioning that plant Drake was talking about. It's some other girl. And I think Kendrick's going to mention that real soon. Also with the kids. He did not just say, he said, you lied about your son. You lied about your daughter. You lied about them other kids. Those other kids. Kids. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter. And you lied about those other kids. Why would we believe you? You gave nothing nothing for us to believe in. So you lied about your son, you lied about your daughter, you lied about those other kids. Kendrick is going to expose those other kids. But Kendrick said, Father, he does not want to reveal the identity of those children, so he's going to reveal the identity of the mother. Pusha T went over when he mentioned Drake's son's name. Now, he did not post a picture of Drake's son, but he mentioned the name. Kendrick, all you have to do is mention the name of the kids and the daughter. Let the internet, let people like Sadie Nash, DJ Academics, AK-47 do the research, and 1090J2 do the research, find who these people are, and get it out there. The YouTube detectives. Let them get it out there. And before you all say, oh yeah, Academics is a predator, make sure y'all read the whole 30-page thing that's out there. It's a civil suit. He already discussed this. Academics already discussed the situation. I believe he's innocent. You read the story, it's going to get thrown out the window. People going to forget about this and call it a day. People who hate Academics are rubbing their hands. They having a good time. Me, I don't know Academics to like him or hate him. I just like his content, some of his content. I think some of the stuff is for like 16-year-old kids to follow and stuff, so I'm not in that lane. I'm not in that little childish lane where I can't get, I can't think for myself rationally. Kendrick is, I think he's dropping an album this year. I just need more details. I know the name of the album. I know some of the features. But I need details because all I know is a name and some features. I don't know nothing else. And that's what I'm working on. More than this Eminem stuff, I'm working on this Kendrick albums type of stuff. And apparently Drake is dropping an album too. Y'all think Drake isn't going to drop an album? He's stupid. Aubrey is stupid. If Drake is watching this, you're stupid if you don't drop an album this year. He's dumb. All of this stuff going on him, he's dropping an album. And when he's doing it, he better drop something crazy. He better not drop something like Certified Lover Boy. He better not drop something like For All the Dogs. He has to go back to that Take Care a little bit. Some of those flows where he's layering his vocals. When he's doing the hooks, Drake is great when he layers his vocals, when he does the hooks, when he does actually that type of stuff and not be lazy and throw auto-tune on it. He said, no, do these flows that these other rappers doing. No, Drake needs to go back to what he's been doing, layering those vocals. He's going to be back up at the top once again. He needs to go back and see what made the albums good. When Drake was on that song with Kid Cudi and when he layered those vocals, that brought that album out. That album did better than For All the Dogs because he was layering vocals. When you heard Certified Lover Boys, a lot of those songs, he layered vocals. Virginia Beach was a pretty decent song. First person shooter mode should show Drake that's the lane he's in. That's your lane. When you sing Virginia Beach or that song with freaking Kid Cudi or how you sung in that Chris Brown song, that Not You Too. Those are your lanes. You stick in those pockets and you stick in those lanes for your new album. And look how you did with Push-Ups. Look how you sounded with Family Matters. That's what it sounds like when you do your work and when you try. That's what it sounds like when you actually put pen to pad and not use ghostwriters. Because I know for a fact Drake did not use any ghostwriters for Push-Ups or Tailor Made, the Hard Part 6, or the Family Matters song. He didn't use any ghostwriters for that. Drake needs to take his time. Drake needs to take the Kendrick approach. He shouldn't be beefing with Kendrick. He should be getting on his freaking knees, apologize. Drake should be getting on his knees, apologize. You know why Drake should apologize? Because He's not listening to Kendrick. He's listening to the diss and the negativity. He's not comprehending the advice Kendrick is giving to him. He's also not comprehending that Kendrick is trying to help him out. He's telling him that if you don't stop these fetishes, your house is going to be raided. Your world's going to come crashing down. Cut off everyone around you. He's not specifically calling you a pedophile. He's calling everybody around you a pedophile. And if you're associated with them, then you know about the pedophilia that goes on, you do nothing about it and still bring your kids around it, then that questions your character and you are now with them. You are what you hang around. That's what Kendrick is saying. Listen to all the disses that Kendrick gave Drake this year. That is the overall message. It's not the beat Drake can put him down. It's that he is out there putting himself out there. Like around these people. He's crowding around Lil Yachty's. He's hanging out with 21 Savages. He's going with these freaking, Yeet and these other people. Academics even said, yeah, I can pull up the clip where Academics was reacting for all the dogs and he said something similar. Joe Budden said something similar. A lot of people said something similar. It's okay to collaborate or do a song with the younger generation, but don't hang and parade around them like they're your friends. Lil Wayne collabs with the younger generation, but he does not parade around them. You don't see him hang around freaking Polo G every day. You don't see him hang around with KSI. He dips and he hangs around with the OGs. Wayne should be hanging out with, Drake should be only hanging out with the likes of Lil Wayne, Jeezy, T.I., J. Cole. Freaking, we should be seeing him with Eminem a lot. We should be seeing him with Project Pat, Juicy J. We should be seeing him with Busta Rhymes. We should be seeing him with the generation that he's in. We should be seeing Drake around, not the game, but 50 Cent. His mindset is still like of a child. Bow Wow even got out of that phase. It took him a while, but he's out of that phase now. It's okay to grow up and be around your surroundings. But being around Lil Yachty painting your nails, even though you've never painted your nails your whole career. You never acted this way your whole career. 2009 through 2014 Drake is way more mature than the Drake we see now. That doesn't make sense. That's backwards. So Kendrick is telling the truth. You're pandering. You're not being yourself. You're not being authentic. You're being fake. Those disses are fake. You're not upset that it is a 20v1. Rick Ross is trying to help you. He's trying to help you. You should be hanging out with Ross. Y'all shouldn't be beefing. You should be hanging out with Future. Y'all shouldn't be beefing. You shouldn't be beefing with freaking Metro Boomin. All he does is freaking, like you said, shut your mouth and make some drums. That's all he does. If that's all Metro Boomin does and he doesn't rap, why go after him? Because he dissing you on a beat? No. You need to hang around people like Rick Ross, the Jeezys, the T.I.s, the Boosies. Hang around with the people of your crowd, of your age. You're 37. You should be hanging out with J. Cole. You should be around these people. Nobody else. You shouldn't be crowding around Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi or freaking Yeet or Smiley or any of these other people. Look how close, because I've spoken to Wayne, as I said multiple times. Look how Wayne carries himself. Wayne is your master. The word GOAT should never come out of your mouth. Wayne is not a producer, he still raps. The word GOAT should never come out of Drake's mouth. That's disrespectful to Wayne. Lil Wayne should be on every one of your albums. If he's not on one, if you have not collabed, if you have no recent pictures with Wayne, then that's disrespectful. You're biting the hand that fed you. Y'all can throw it back on me and say, oh, well, Wayne did the same to Birdman. Birdman was messing him up out of his money. He did the same to Drake. You should be listening to everything Kendrick does. We're not saying, oh yeah, Drake didn't have bars, so this was trash. No. I'm saying that, did Kendrick outbar you? Yes. Did Kendrick out-rap you? Yes. Did he outflow you? Yes. But you're not listening to the message. If you listen to Euphoria, you wouldn't have responded with something stupid. You would not have responded, say, I keep bodyguards on me like Whitney. You wouldn't have responded to something so stupid. You wouldn't have said something stupid. You have not learned from the Pusha T situation. Pusha T even said in an interview, he's trying to help you out. We're not dishing you to put you down. We're dishing you to open up your eyes and give you a reality of what's going on. But Drake is so stupid that he keeps hanging out with these kids and he's going on podcasts with Bobby and freaking sleeping in the same bed with her, that he doesn't understand that now he has become the biggest problem in hip hop right now. You are solely the biggest problem in hip hop. You was never the biggest problem. You got hate, yes, but you never got this much hate. You get the hate because you act fake and people can easily see it. The old Drake was way more mature than this Drake. This Drake should have came out in 2008 or 9. But you was never like this. I went back and I'm binge watching Degrassi again. Only the episodes you were in. That showed me who you was. You were like, but I was an actor. So you was actually being yourself. You got shot and you was in a wheelchair. That's you. You are the wheelchair rapper. Humble yourself. That Kendrick song was also a shot at Drake. Be humble. Sit down. But you're not being humble. You're being ignorant and you're standing up and now you got all these charges and everybody think you're a rapist. This would have never happened. This would have never happened if you never diss Pusha T's wife, if you never diss Kendrick's wife. None of this will happen. You would never have been in any beef. Back to Back would still be a top 20 diss track of all time because you destroyed an idiot like Meek Mill. You are looking like Meek Mill, but guess what? Meek Mill is the dumbest rapper of all time. So that's not a good comparison. You're not dumb. You just make stupid decisions you just make stupid and ignorant decisions. You should never utter the word GOAT or King of Rap out of your mouth. And if Wayne is still rapping, those words should never come out of your mouth. Whatever you say in that diss track is disrespectful to Wayne. Dissing Kendrick is disrespectful to Wayne. Dissing Pusha T is not disrespectful to Wayne. Saying nobody is on your level is disrespecting Lil Wayne. You're spitting in his face right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Wayne came out with a song with Kendrick and dissed the mess out of you. And then you'll be crying victim talking about everybody's against me. They're against the people that you grew up with, who made you, which is Drake, which is Rick Ross, that you was rapping with. You was rapping with Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Future. You turned your back on the people that brought you there. You got the money, you got the fame and the attention that got to your head. You always been famous. But hanging around with 21 Savage, Lil Yachty, try to stay hip with the new gen, stop. Stop. Gen Z, I'm Gen Z. Nobody in my gen is calling you the GOAT but a few Drake fans. We look at you as the guy that can't grow up. Nobody is on your side but Twitch streamers. You're talking to Aiden Ross. Me and Aiden Ross are the same age. You're talking to him. You're going to him for advice. No. Aiden Ross can tell you whatever he wants. Aiden Ross can scam the mess out of you. I don't care what Aiden Ross says to you. He's not the one that made you famous in the rap industry. Wayne was. Wayne wasn't on For All the Dogs. When I saw that, I said the album's immediately trash. Wayne should be on all the albums. Wayne should do a vocal. He should be on every single album. I don't care if the verse is trash, put it out. If you did trash, put it out. There should be never a Drake album without Wayne. There should be never a Drake interview without mentioning Wayne. There should be never there shouldn't be a month that goes by that you post on social media that there's no videos or anything with Wayne. You shouldn't be doing nothing. You need to go back to acting. If you can't respect Lil Wayne, then leave the game. I don't want to hear, nobody wants to hear nothing else. If you can't respect Wayne, leave the game. This all happened because you're disrespecting Lil Wayne. Did you disrespect Lil Wayne by dissing Meek Mill? No, Meek Mill sucks to me. So, hey, to me, that's not disrespectful. Meek is stupid. Everything he does, every decision he made, it was stupid. The decision he's making now is stupid. Every time he opens his mouth, it's stupid. Every time you open your mouth, not stupid. You just dissing people's moms and kids. Kendrick didn't diss your mom and kid first. He said, let's keep it hip hop. I'm taking the crown. Who's Kendrick's main mentor? Yeah, multiple. But your main mentor was Wayne. Eminem does not come out and say, I'm the better producer than freaking Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre's not a rapper, really. Dr. Dre don't even consider himself a good rapper. Because he's not. So Eminem can call himself the rap god. But he does not call himself a great producer. He always gives props. Juicy J. He has the right to call himself the GOAT and the king. Who brought him up? Not DJ Paul. They brought each other up. They came out at the same time. It's not disrespectful to either one of them. They literally came from the dirt. If you watch Young Dolph, Juicy J brought up Young Dolph. Young Dolph on every project, everything he done, every interview, he mentioned Juicy J. Juicy J had input on every single album he ever put out in his life. You're not doing the same for Wayne. To me, it's a spit in the face to Lil Wayne. I don't like the disrespect. This is an intervention at what Kendrick is doing. This is far beyond rap. J. Cole and Kendrick would have been a perfect battle because they're rapping. They're not getting personal. They're not talking about people's kids and their moms. Kendrick would have never made Meet the Grams if you never disrespected his wife. He said it. You would have never got dissed by Kendrick. Y'all would have never been beefing if you didn't disrespect Lil Wayne. You cried after the Control verse. You should have never cried. It was a battle. He was not dishing you, it was a battle. You could have hopped on a song with Kendrick. Y'all did the same. Now Kendrick hates your guts. J. Cole doesn't rock with you no more. J. Cole sees all of this now. He's like, Drake is really the clown. Let me back out. Drake is really the clown. Kendrick called it out. Two clowns on stage hugging and kissing. I'm not a clown, I'm humble. Let me back away. I would never do music with this clown again. Let me hop on M's album. You don't see JID coming out disrespecting Cole. Whatever JID does, Cole is involved. Drake, you're not bigger than the program. Kendrick, you're not bigger than the program. People that are stupid and only seeing the beef don't see the actual reality of what happened. This was a therapy session for Drake. Drake is an idiot. So, if Drake's not dumb, he's an idiot. There's a difference between being an idiot and being dumb. Meek Mill is the definition of dumb. Drake, he's not the definition of idiot, but he's acting like an idiot. He's smarter than this. He's calculated than this. He just see that I need to fix myself. I'm just going to hang around with my son. My next album will be about mature stuff. When he dropped the Scary Hours thing with J. Cole and all that, the shoe fits and all that, 10 out of 10. That's the Drake I want. I don't need to hear nothing else. If he has like a song like he's like First Person Shooter or the Sexy Red, I don't mind those. You know, because those are like pop hits, and he needs to make the money, the radio streams and stuff to bring out the album. Only one of those songs are okay, but if you have an album full of those songs, then that's not okay, and that's what Drake been doing. But he sounds like a fan. Right now, he sounds like a fan that's making Drake's music. Push-Ups showed me, Push-Ups gave me proof that Drake is still the same way. He can still go back to 2014 Drake. Now, he's older, he grown up. Yeah, but he gone down. You see, it's a difference between saying, oh, we didn't want Eminem to go back to Slim Shady. Somebody that was on drugs, that was like a 20-year-old teenager and doing crazy stuff out of his mind. No, he's 50. If Eminem stayed on a Slim Shady path, he would have fallen off a long time ago. Because that's boring. He changed. People like change. You know? So that's what needs to happen to Drake. He needs to sit back, don't respond to no more disses, apologize to Kendrick, get on your knees in public and apologize, man. Apologize worse than Cole. You'll get criticized, but that's fine. I'd rather be criticized and be called a punk, or I folded, I cried, I got on my knees to Kendrick, than to be called a rapist and any other stuff that's on you. Get on your knees and apologize. I don't care if you say it on a track saying, I'm sorry, Kendrick. Do it. You plead, you beg. Don't laugh at the message. You plead and you beg. You beg Kendrick for forgiveness. You go to Wayne. Wayne is your father. He's your rap dad. Dennis Graham, he's your real dad, but yeah. Wayne is your dad. He's your hip-hop father. Wayne goes to Birdman, apologized, called him father. You should go up to Wayne and say, Father, I apologize. If Wayne slaps you, turn the other cheek. Let him slap you again, go back to the other cheek that's red and let him slap you there again. And he's going to keep on slapping you until you recognize, until you know ownership of what you've done. That's all I have to say today. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching the show, and tune in next time to Flawless TV.